The Fiesta Bowl halftime show, a salute to the youth of America.
No Santa Claus, look what the store just brought. Thank God for kids.
We don't live in a White House, not a big girl on us, or committee on the couch. Thank God for kids.
Thank God for kids. There's Maggie for a while. Special kind of sunshine in a smile. Did you ever stop to think or wonder why? The dearest thing to heaven is a child. When I get down on my knees tonight, thank the Lord for his guiding light. I pray they turn out right. Thank God for kids. Thank God for kids.
Halftime tribute to children.
A colorful halftime pageantry here at the 21st Fiesta Bowl. And now let's go down to Ahmad Rashad. Ahmad?
All right, Charlie, I'm here with Coach Joe Paterno. Your team offensively haven't done much, but you're still only 3 points out.
Well, I tell you, we really have not played well, but you got to give Tennessee credit. They've done a couple of cute things in there, and they've guessed right. We haven't been able to get any continuity, and Tennessee has played really well offensively. They've caught the ball well. Kelly's having a hot hand. So I think we're fortunate to only be down by 3, but we got to suck it up and make some things happen for ourselves.
All right, good luck to you in the second half, Coach. All right, back to you, Charlie.
And speaking of the mismatch in total offense, Tennessee in the first half, 324 yards to Penn State's 59. Now, he says we've got to suck it up and make something happen. Can Paterno do it, or can Penn State do it against this Tennessee ball club?
Well, I think they have to make some adjustments, particularly in the offensive line. And as I said earlier, they have to get the running game established. And certainly Tony Saka can't have 5 for 12 numbers. Andy Kelly's just rolling it up. You know, it's interesting. Tennessee coming into this game was averaging 468 yards in offense, and that's exactly what they're going to do. But Penn State was averaging 421 yards in offense, and they're a long ways off of that. So,
but I'm not sure that anybody has talked about Tennessee's defense as well as they're playing today. I think that they'll be talking about them for quite a while.
Well, certainly their quickness has a lot to do with the fact that they've been able to get to Saka, but what I'm surprised at is their ability to stuff the run, because they're a smaller defense.
Yeah, they are. All right, now let's take a look at the official halftime statistics. The numbers that we were talking about are the ones, of course, that just jump out at you. First down, 516 for Tennessee. Rushing yards, 10 for Penn State, 120 for Tennessee. Passing yards, 49, 204. That one turnover. That one time of possession.
I was going to say, though, that one turnover is big because, of course, that was the opening kickoff fumble, and that enabled Penn State to get their lone touchdown here.
That fumble was recovered by Jeff Kerwin, and Penn State went in from 11 yards away for their only touchdown. And since then, and you wondered if this was at that moment in time, you wondered if, hey, all of a sudden this is a Penn State afternoon. Didn't seem to bother Tennessee at all. They just came back and took over the ballgame.
No, it really didn't. Give credit to that man right there, Johnny Majors. And this man, I was going to say, Johnny Majors has done a good job psychologically with his team, because it could have been very easy to panic there early on, but they did the exact opposite. And now it's up to Joe Paterno, his opposite number on the other side of the field, to get his troops going, to realize that, yeah, we played very poorly, as he mentioned, in the first half. But as you can see by that graphic, usually he has the right things to say at halftime, because they have outscored their opponents 102-24 in the third stanza.
Penn State in the final NCAA statistics ranked 9th in defense. Tennessee ranked 13th. And it's been a lucky 13 so far. Tennessee will be kicking off to open the second half with Hammonds and Morris, the 2 return men. And here is J.T. Morris on the return, and he is decked at the 16-yard line. And it was David Bennett who got him. How important this first offensive series for Penn State?
Well, I don't know if I could put it on the Richter scale, but if the scale is 1 to 10, I'd have to say this has got to be about a 7. I mean, they have to get something going, because the way the Tennessee offense has been going, the only time they've been stopped is by themselves, by a drop pass that led to a field goal, a missed field goal, and then the big goal line stand on 4th and 2 at the end of the first half. So Penn State doesn't want to give them the ball back, 3 and 5.
And here is Sam Gash, the fullback, carries to the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 5, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5 as Sean Walker makes the tackle. On a 1 to 10 Richter scale, I would think from Penn State side that this could reach almost a 9. I mean, they've got to do it here to get anything going.
Well, see, now you're the master of the overstatement. Wait a minute, it's just the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You said earlier your eyes deceived you.
Yes.
Come on.
And now my logic deceived me.
It's not Armageddon just yet.
Tell me what it is. And it is incomplete to McDuffie. Darrell Hardy for the defense. 3rd down and 5.
O.J. McDuffie tried to make the move before he had the ball. Going to hit him right in the chest. He wants to make the quick move and avoid the defensive back. And right there, see his look? Takes his eyes off the ball and drops it. Not real happy with himself.
Shaq now 5 of 13 for 49 yards. He does have the touchdown throw. It'll be 4th down.
Notice here, even though that they did not get the sack, Tennessee is making Saka hurry his throws. You can see right there he's not happy with himself, but he takes his 3-step drop and really throws before he's ready. Watch how quickly he throws the ball before McDuffie even looks. Quickly, he short arms a little bit, and up in the air to bat it down was Ernest Fields, having another tremendous game on defense for the Volunteers.
Doug Helkowski will be kicking. Dale Carter is the return man. Good kick. Carter backpedals to the 24. A right return on, has a couple of blocks. And is spun down at the 32, maybe the 33-yard line by Brian Mosier. 53 yards on the kick. 7 yards on the return as we look down from the MetLife blimp, flying at an altitude of 1,200 feet to bring you these shots here at Sun Devil Stadium. So Penn State starts the second half where they ended the first half. They were unable to get any offense going. And Tennessee, with their first offensive possession of the second half at their own 32-yard line, Tennessee up only by 3, 10-7.
Now, if Tennessee drives the length of the field and scores, I'll come back to you and say you were right when you said it was a 9 on the Richter scale.
Kelly's pass is complete to Faulkner. At the 40-yard line, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and a couple. Darren Perry had the coverage.
Because of Carl Pickens, Faulkner doesn't really get the notoriety that he deserves. Kind of a possession-type receiver. Once again, the out-and-up move comes back to the ball. This is actually a good catch. Look at his body going a different direction. Kind of an Elgin Baylor move there with body control midair to come back and make the catch.
He told me, though, he does not like to be called a possession type. I'm a quick speed receiver.
Yeah, right. Okay. That makes you happy, Craig.
A gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1. James Stewart, the ball carrier. Goganis with the tackle.
Well, I was going to say, we saw the graphic there at 5'11", 180. Nobody's going to accuse him of being a bruiser.
That's right. Stewart, by the way, in the first half, 12 carries, rushed for 74 yards and the touchdown. Daphne still walking it off. 41-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Mario Brunson. And he needed a yard, and that's about all that he got. They'll bring the chains out for the measurement.
Of course, this is hindsight, but that would have been a great time for a play-action pass. They had Bonham man for man on Pickens to the left. And 60 yards of field, that would have been a good chance. Good time to take a chance with one.
Johnny Majors, the head coach at Tennessee. Boy, what a great tailback, triple threat he was at Tennessee. As we mentioned in the tease, a runner-up to the Heisman Trophy to Paul Hornung.
Did you see that picture of him with the flat top there?
Yeah, you like that?
No, I didn't. But I just asked if you saw it.
Yeah, I did. Well, it's not all that long now.
No, I just, that was the haircut of the day. That's fine.
First down, Tennessee, their own 42-yard line.
It was easier to fit the leather helmet on, I think.
That is true.
With the 5-pound.
Yeah, no question about it.
All right.
And the form fitting.
Yeah.
Play action. Flag is down. May have a face mask call as Kelly was spinning away.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate on the part of Reggie Gibbons, because I think Rich McKenzie would have had the sack anyway. Incidental face mask, and that's really going to hurt Penn State because they finally had him for a big loss.
Against the defense, 5-yard penalty.
On number 58, Reggie Gibbons.
Here's one of the adjustments that Jerry Sandusky makes as a defensive coordinator. They've been doing the misdirection now. Instead of honoring the fake, you can see Gibbons heads right for the quarterback, and as I say, had he not had the face mask, McKenzie was there for the sack anyway. It's really a bad break for Penn State there.
I was sitting next to Joe Paterno at the kickoff luncheon, and when the two head coaches were introduced, he got a little bit more applause than Johnny Majors, and I said on the applause meter, you're ahead, and he said, so far so good.
Yeah, except for, you know what, Johnny Majors got him back in his speech when he was talking. He said, you know, young coaches like myself would like to thank Joe Paterno. He nailed him with that one. That was pretty good. Paterno had to laugh.
Bowl games and victory.
You see right there the 22nd bowl appearance for Joe Paterno. That's second only to Bear Bryant, who had 29.
First down and 5. Here is James Stewart.
Stewart carries.
And he is cut down at the 50, gain of 3, so it's going to be second down. And still a couple to go for the first down.
Good open field tackle there by Leonard Humphreys. When we talked with the defensive coordinator, Jerry Sandusky, we asked him about some of the people with pro potential. And he said that except for this man's size, he said, this guy could be a professional cornerback. And, you know, I wanted to tell him, I said, hey, you know, Charlie and I have been around some Smurfs around this league.
Yeah.
I mean, especially at Houston, when you got guys like Tony Jones who weigh 136 pounds, size isn't that much of an issue anymore.
And here is Stewart. And he is going to pick up the first down. That face mask penalty we had a moment ago is only the third penalty of the game, and the first against Penn State.
This is often what happens with a young runner. He puts his head down and he's not exactly sure where he wants to go. They say, you know, he wants to get the first down, but take a look. Are there any Penn State tacklers here? Watch him lower his shoulder and actually run into his own man there. And again, look right there. He doesn't have his head up, and so he runs into the reserve tackle for the Volunteers, Rodney Gordon. If he had his head up, he'd had a few more yards.
And the toss a little too tall for Carl Pickett. That is incomplete. Perry part of that defensive coverage, and Benfani was putting the pressure on Andy Kelly.
Well, you can see that Stewart has more yards than the entire Penn State offense. Every time I see these graphics, nowadays with so many one-back offenses where that's going, you know, the guys like this are 30, 40, 50% of the offense anyway.
Corey Fleming. 44 yards and the touchdown.
That's the third time in the game that Penn State has been caught in that defense where they had an inside linebacker on a wide receiver. Keith Goganis is an outstanding inside linebacker. He plays the run well, but there's absolutely no reason that he should be in man-for-man coverage with Corey Fleming. To the right of your screen, you're going to see it. Number 42 is trying to run with Corey Fleming, number 12, and he just can't do it. There's just no way he can keep up with this man. Give Andy Kelly credit for finding him in the secondary and seeing the mismatch with the inside backer.
And the extra point. We'll be back with the kickoff in a moment.
It's the Dodge Drive for the Gold sales drive. Now own Shadow America for only $69.84, thanks to 1,000 cash back. On Caravan, get cash back, and you can get air at no extra charge. Up to $2,000 cash back on select Dodge trucks, and package savings up to $26.83. In soon. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
To help relieve her heartburn, regular Rolaids uses an aluminum salt, but his antacid is Tums, and Tums has calcium.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Bugsy, nominated for 8 Golden Globes, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, and Best Actor. Winner, Best Picture, LA Film Critics, and Best Actor, National Board of Review. Bugsy, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
The 1992 Fiesta Bowl is brought to you by Dodge, a division of the Chrysler Corporation. By Ultra Slim Fast, the delicious, nutritious way to lose weight. By Interstate Batteries, now serving you with over 200,000 dealers across the U.S. and Canada. And by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows.
Tennessee moving 68 yards in 7 plays, took 3:02. Corey Fleming scoring the touchdowns. He has touchdown, 2 receptions, and 68 yards and the 6th point.
Charlie, both of those catches have come on that coverage by Penn State when they had the inside backer on him, and Tennessee's done a good job of taking advantage of that.
Here is J.T. Morris on the return for Penn State. Across the 20. And up in it at the 30, leaves the ball on the ground, but they may rule. No, they're going to rule a fumble. No, now they changed it. Pointed one way, then the other. The ground caused the fumble. Ground, of course, as you know in the rules, cannot cause a fumble.
Charlie, that's
so Penn State retains possession at the 30.
That's the second time that Dale Carter has made a touchdown-saving tackle. The bounce comes up. He's going to cut back to the middle, and there's going to be a real cavern there. But he doesn't have the O.J. McDuffie speed, and right here you can see the ground does cause the fumble. Good call by the official.
And so Penn State has a first down at their own 30-yard line. Now trailing by 10, 17-7. With 10:47 left to go in the third, and Shaka back to throw. Bobby Ingram. And they're now going to rule it incomplete.
You know what? I agree. I think he got his hands underneath it. I think Bobby Ingram had the catch. Take a look here on the right of the screen. Are his hands rather underneath the ball?
Too much ground. Too much grass.
Well, there's an awful lot. Okay, this will be a better angle for you. Okay. He'd rub the grass. His hands were underneath. Awfully close. Where's that instant replay when we need it?
Sam Gash. And he is pushed back. The defense led by Shazan Bradley here at the Fiesta Bowl. 10:27 and counting. Time remaining in the third quarter. It is Tennessee 17 and Penn State 7. As Tennessee just moved 68 yards in 8 plays to stretch their 3-point margin to 10. Penn State now trying to get some offense going for them. Now at their own 33-yard line, it is 3rd down and 7, and Joe Paterno's Penn State Nittany Lions have been shut down offensively, and the defense of Tennessee controlling the ball game, and their offense has been spectacular. And the pressure, as you can see, on Tony Saka, this time by Todd Kelly, and it will be 4th down.
Well, I don't know if the term jailbreak means anything to you, but watching the upper right of your screen, 2 people just get loose. That's just poor protection. There's no excuse for it. Tony Saka has got to be a frustrated quarterback. He sits back there and all he sees is orange shirts.
Penn State worried about the defensive ends of Tennessee, and boy, they have played havoc with them. Elkowski kicking. Carter takes it at the 15. Wants to get around the corner, does turn it, goes out of bounds. We'll step aside for a moment as Tennessee 17 and Penn State 7.
Hard to believe, but that was me, Dan Dierdorf, before I lost 40 pounds in 4 months with Ultra Slim Fast. Hey, I'm a big eater, but with Ultra Slim Fast, I never felt hungry. The plan is easy. I had a delicious shake for breakfast, another for lunch, and then a sensible dinner. I'm back to my college playing weight, and I feel terrific. Best of all, I'm not shaped like one of these anymore.
Ultra Slim Fast. Give us a week. We'll take off the weight.
Dear USA, there's a city with houses made of ginger, where enchanted princes dream, gardens grow with living stones, and heroes come to play. A magical city where the friends you make are friends for life. It's Barcelona. It's in Spain.
He's unbelievable. He's unpredictable. And now he's unleashed. He's America's #1 selling performer. Now you'll see what all the shouting is about. You've never seen country like this. Garth Brooks, January 17th on NBC.
9 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tennessee having a 10-point lead. And at the beginning of halftime, Penn State came out very determined. But in the last 4 or 5 minutes, they have become very grim and very frustrated. They need to get back in this game right away. Charlie?
All right, thank you, Mike. Tennessee with the ball led by the quarterback, Andy Kelly, playing like Jim Kelly. 18 of 29 so far. He's thrown for 256 yards and a touchdown. Now, Tennessee with Aaron Hayden, the ball carrier. Are these starting to work on the clock just a little bit?
No, not really. You know, I want to get back to the point on Kelly that you made. Interesting, last year at this time, during the festival, we had Louisville and Alabama, and Louisville had a quarterback by the name of Browning Nagel who had a very, very big game, had a 300-plus passing game, and that really helped his stock with the pros. I can't help but think that the game that Andy Kelly is having against this Penn State defense has certainly got to open some scouts' eyes as to this young man's abilities.
Second down and 6, the ball at the 33-yard line. Play action fake here, reverse to Faulkner. Faulkner to the 40. To the 50-yard line. Derek Bana got him at the 50-yard line. It'll go for 17 and the first down.
Misdirection play, Tennessee, you know, pretty standard with what they've been doing. A great time to call it. Look at that. Now watch the play that Derek Bana makes, because right here, if he can just get blocked out, he's got orange shirts in front of him. Faulkner's got to be a little bit frustrated. Yeah, 17-yard gain, but he could have had so much more.
They're going to mark it down at the 47-yard line. Total offense now over 400 yards for Tennessee. As Hayden gets the call. Ravati and Bana making the stop for Penn State. And a loss of a yard. Is going to be second down and 11. And don't forget, following us this afternoon, the battle this evening for the national championship. Miami #1 against number 11 Nebraska, the Federal Express Orange Bowl. Here it is, Tennessee 17 and Penn State 7 with 8 minutes left to go in the third. And Kelly's pass is dropped by the tight end Mark Allen. Oh, and he has to be embarrassed.
Oh, he does. And he had some running room, too. Once again, isolated on an inside linebacker. I know that Penn State has great linebackers, but they're really asking them to do a lot out there. Man-for-man coverage in some situations with both wide receivers and tight ends. That's just too much to ask. That's advantage Tennessee all the way.
Third down and 11. Tennessee sends 5 out on the pattern. The pass is incomplete. It is low to Pickens, and it will be fourth down. So Tom Hutton will come on to kick for only the second time in the ballgame.
And finally, a little cheer from the Penn State contingent, who really haven't had much to cheer about except for the first play of the game when they fumbled and they went in for the touchdown. Since that time, it's been all Tennessee.
O.J. McDuffie is the return man for Penn State.
Averaging over 10 yards of return. He had to.
It's a fake. He had pressure. He ran to the outside. And it wasn't there for Tom Hutton. And so Penn State will take over at the Tennessee 42-yard line.
Well, Reggie Gibbons wasn't fooled, if indeed that was a planned play. Watch Humphreys come in and have a shot at blocking it. That's a fake all the way because he pulled it back long before Humphreys got there, but Gibbons isn't fooled. Excellent play by Reggie Gibbons, and maybe this is the break that Penn State needs to get back in this football game.
Last year, Motor Trend's top 10 list of best buys named Dodge Shadow ES the best American econosport, Dodge Spirit RT the best American sports sedan, and Dodge Caravan the best American minivan. But now that this year's Motor Trend list is out, the picture has changed slightly.
Now drive for the gold with up to $1,500 cash back on select Dodge cars.
When you play the game and you're looking good, there's a Bud Light way and it's understood.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. Clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, feel it, know you got it right. There's everything else. It's just a light. Bud Light. Just a light.
If you have fine or thinning hair, a heavy hairspray can plaster it down so it looks like you have even less. But Consor's Special Light Spray doesn't weigh hair down, so your hair looks fuller as it holds all day. Consor, the fine mist for fine hair.
I crave snacks, but sometimes those calories have to be tabled. No problem. I've got Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. The great taste I love and only 10 little calories. Instead of munching, I enjoy pure chewing satisfaction.
Tommy Hutton has no intention of punting this ball. Take a look at his eyes right here when the ball is snapped to him. He never looks at Humphreys. He never looks at him. One step, and he's running. He's gone. But Reggie Gibbons isn't fooled. He didn't come in far enough, and he shows the speed to run down the punter, and now Penn State has good field position at the 42. Strange call.
Their second best starting field position in the ballgame following their fumble recovery, the opening kickoff at the 11-yard line. The coverage was there, and that meant that Tony Sacca simply was throwing it away, and it'll be second down and 10 at the Tennessee 42-yard line.
Got to be frustrating on Sacca's part there. He had a quick play, but they had a blitz on. They had man-for-man coverage, and the man wasn't able to get up the field. And you can tell by the numbers that this hasn't been his best day.
That's all kinds of straight things floating in the air. But what a beautiful day it is here in the Valley of the Sun. 5 straight incompletions for Tony Sacca. And here is Anderson. And there's maybe a yard, and that's going to be all. Ernest Fields was there to greet him along with Chuck Smith. Third down.
One of the things that Penn State does, one of the few teams left in NCAA football that still has strong offensive linemen. What I mean by this is that when the strong side goes one direction, they flip-flop those people. Now, that's all well and good because you want your best blockers in certain positions, but that also gives the defensive people a chance to key on certain sides of the ball. And what has happened here is that Tennessee has been able to key on Penn State's running game and practically negate it.
Third down, play action fake, looking for a screen, and it is incomplete to Richie Anderson. Mims was all over Penn State. So it'll be fourth down.
Well, that's got to be frustrating for the Nittany Lions. You get exactly what you want. You get a big break. You get the fake punt. And you're able to sniff it out. Why have play action pass here at 3rd and 10? You know that they're going to throw the ball. Anderson just can't come up with a catch, but there was Ernest Fields man for man anyway. Even if he catches the ball, he's able to snuff the play out. Tennessee making all the right guesses.
And here is Doug Helkowski. Wow. Look at that average. Almost 51 yards, as long as 54. And he, if you picked out an individual, you would almost have to say he has had the best game of any of the Penn State.
Well, he definitely wanted to add to his average there. That wasn't even close to inside the 20-yard line.
We'll sail away to a commercial break.
Service to more cities across the Atlantic than any other U.S. airline, Delta now makes it easier than ever for the people of America to get to know the people of Europe.
Buongiorno.
Bonjour.
See ya.
Guten Tag.
Grüezi.
Здравствуйте.
I grew up thinking soup was good for me. Who didn't? Now it turns out soup could be even better. Healthy Choice has given me a soup that I love. This new soup has big chunks of meat and vegetables,